Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how we can predict flight arrivals using machine learning model in Python. So you don't need any previous machine learning experience to follow this video. So let's get started. So first we have a data on this URL. Okay, so to get this data, I am going to use this curl command. Okay, so you might have noticed I am using a Jupyter notebook. If you do not have any knowledge about Jupyter notebooks, you can mention in the comment section below. I will try to help you. And apart from that, I will share the links how to install Jupyter notebooks on our system in the description. Okay, so get back to this curl command here. So this curl command is used to download this particular flight data set from this URL to our local system. Okay, so the -o option is basically used to rename our file to any name. So I just renamed it to this one here. Okay, so let me run this command. So for running any command in Jupyter notebooks, you can just enter shift plus enter. Okay, see, you can see his, so the data has been downloaded. Okay, so now after downloading this file, we'll try to read this CSV file using Pandas library. Okay, so let's see that how we can do that. So in this first line, I have imported Pandas as PD. This is the regular convention for importing Pandas in Python. Okay, for reading the CSV file, we need to use this read CSV method. And which file I want to read? This is the file which I have just downloaded. Okay, so after that, I want to see some data of that data set. Okay, so for that I am using head. Okay, so in the df we will be having our entire data, and I'm using head. I am trying to see exactly what is there. Okay, so let's run this and see exactly what we have in the flights data CSV. Yeah, got it. So we have total 26 columns over here. Okay, and I just displayed 5 rows because we gave head, right? So head will display the first 5 rows of our data set. If you want to display more than 5, you can use the number whatever you want here, like maybe a 10 or 20, whatever the number that you want. Okay, so let's take a look at this data set here. What we have here, we have a year and the quarter, what is the month, day of the month, and week, and carrier number, and there is some information over here. Okay, we have this entire information. So we know that there are 26 columns are there in this data set, but how many rows are there? So how can we know that? So let's go to that point here. So for that, we need to use a command called shape. I mean the function. Okay, so when you run this one, you will get to see how many rows are there. You can see here, right? So there are like 11,000 rows are available in that data set, and this second one is the columns, number of columns. Okay, and moving on. So if you want to just display the columns, okay, if you want to just display the column names, we can just use df dot columns. It will give you the entire columns list. We have just seen in the previous command, right, which we ran here. See, you get to see few of the columns here, not all of them, because we do not have enough space to display that. So that's why you have this 3 dots here. That means it is like a continuation. Okay, so if you want to see the see all the columns that are available in the data set, we should use df dot columns function. Okay, so that will display all the columns available. Okay, so move on. And in case if you want to know if there are any columns, okay, if there are any columns which has no value, I mean the null. Okay, so to know that information, we just need to use this particular function. Df is null will tell you true or false, and the values and the any. So let me run and then explain. See, that means our data set has some null values in the data set. Okay, so this is a single command which will tell you whether you have any columns or rows with the missing information. Okay, to just to know that, we need to use this entire combination of functions over here. It will tell you whether the data has null values or not. Okay, move on. So now using this sum function, we can calculate, or we can see how many missing values are there. Okay, so let me show that. See here. So for each column, it is giving the details here. For year column, there are no missing data, everything is fine. But whereas this departure time, we have like 107, and similarly delay 15, and there are many other things. Okay, so they do not have the enough information. Okay, so that's it guys, for this video. I will see you in the next video. In the next video, we will see how we can clean that unwanted data. Okay, let's say something like we have these null values, right? So if you want to get rid of those columns, how can you do that? Or instead of removing those columns, if you want to assign some values instead of null, maybe you want to have some default values, how we can assign that, we'll see that in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye.